WWE breaking news on a variety of different subjects, headlines, rumors, speculation, gossip, doubt. This is where we set the precedent at an all-time high. It is wild card weekend for the NFL, but this isn't the NFL. No. This is all about the WWE, and I bring it to you. Remember to hype, like, comment below. Remember to become a channel member. It's so crucial and important to this channel's success. Ladies and gentlemen, we got breaking news coming in as concerns Monday Night Raw and hopefully, future World's Heavyweight Champion, L.A. Knight. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, L.A. Knight may be gearing up for a return to WWE television sooner than anticipated because it was rumor and gossip that we would not see L.A. Knight until the Royal Rumble. He would make his return on the night of Royal Rumble. Now, remember, there is a lot of speculation, there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of question, there's a lot of back and forth about the Royal Rumble. You see, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. New details suggest that LA Knight could show up as early as this week. And again, this will be coming back earlier than anticipated, earlier than expected. According to Fightful Select, Knight was scheduled to travel to Germany ahead of WWE Monday Night Raw on January the 11th, 2026, which will air live from the PSD Bank Dome in Germany. Now, while it couldn't confirm if Knight is officially booked for the show Monday Night Raw on Netflix, remember it's got a special start time of around, I think, 2 o'clock, it was noted that WWE rarely flies talent overseas in the middle of a European tour without a specific purpose. A strong indication that something could be brewing with the megastar himself, L.A. Knight. The man that is, well, the most deserving of a world title this year, in my estimation, in my opinion. Not an Intercontinental title, not a U.S. title. I'm talking World Championship status. Now, this follows an early report claiming that LA Knight's return could come as soon as Raw on the January 5 in Brooklyn. That appearance did not materialize, but the latest travel update keeps the buzz alive. Knight has been out of action since December after suffering a cracked sternum during a surprise attack by the Vision and a brutal tsunami splash by Bronson Reed. So, of course, there is going to be revenge and retaliation on the mind of L.A. Knight. Adding fuel to the fire, ladies and gentlemen, because there's more to talk about. Adding fuel to the fire. Signs are pointing towards a return, possibly, again, even in Germany, less than a month later. Knight has recently listed internally for the Royal Rumble week in Saudi Arabia, suggesting that the WWE has him slotted for a comeback as the road to WrestleMania kicks off. The WWE is reportedly going all in on LA Knight in 2026, with plans to push him as one of the company's top babyfaces for the entire year. Well, if you're going to give him a push like that, you would have to assume it's going to come with a World Heavyweight Championship payoff. But again, you just never, ever know on that one. His feud with the Vision may be the only getting started, and if he returns in Europe, it could be the spark that launches his main event run. One of the matches being rumored for WrestleMania would be a huge match of the future versus the now, and the future being Austin Theory versus the now L.A. Knight. Austin Theory one-on-one with L.A. Knight at WrestleMania. Now, you could definitely see that as one of the futuristic plays for the WWE, because again, you got Austin Theory, and it makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. It looks good on paper. Austin Theory, LA Knight at WrestleMania, the showcase of Immortals. Again, that is just a match that is being rumored and speculated right now at this hour. Of course, plans do and can always change at a moment's notice, which is why I do multiple videos that keep you in the hoop and in the loop, because, well, as they say, the proof is in the damn pudding. Now, we got more breaking news coming in at this time concerning managers in professional wrestling. It is an era gone by, it would appear as if, but it would appear as if the NWA is interested in working with Tully Blanchard amid online teases. Again, in my opinion, managers were a big part of the WWE at one point. And again, it's like an era gone by. Will we ever see it return? Will we ever see it come back? Will we ever see the emphatic statement? Also, breaking news coming in as it concerns long-time WWE faction rumor involving Umaga and Rosie. Rikishi addresses this online in real time, the late great Umaga. And huge WWE ticket prices, rants and raves going on online right now. Says you need to hit the lottery just to sit in the nosebleed seats at a WWE event, whether it be Raw, SmackDown. Of course, it's even more for a PLE, and the ticket prices are at an all-time high. And I have been seeing some pictures lately online where the WWE, they always talk about sellouts and we're sold out, and where as far as the eye can see, well, over the last several weeks, there has been a few empty seaters. There's been a few tarped off areas. And again, are you shocked? Are you surprised? Except, again, by the large amount of ticket sales that the TKO has raised. It is absolutely unbelievable. Also, breaking news on WWE spy level tactics. Again, we're going to get into this breaking news, the creative team, the leaks, the peaks. What is going on? Well, we're going to get into this, and we're going to express this right here on the Brash and the Brazen by Design. And we are going to get into a massive report, a massive rumor on the Royal Rumble. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis peeled back the curtain on how the WWE deals with internal leaks, and apparently not everyone is in the know. Like I always talk about here on the show, everyone is in the know. Well, there might be a little bit of a difference. There might be a little bit of a change. There might be a little bit of a bleep in the radar. Nick Aldis said that WWE runs its creative process like a government agency, with certain talent given only limited access to sensitive information. There are certain things where it's that level of clearance at the CIA or something. My level of clearance might be level 4, not level 5, right? Aldis explains, my clearance gets me into production meetings and things like that. But then there are moments where it's like, all right, everyone leave except for these people. Leaks are a serious concern behind the scenes, Aldis explained, and the company keeps things tightly guarded to avoid surprises getting spoiled online. In fact, he confessed that he didn't even know about Matt Cardona's return until it actually happened, until it went down. A decision made far above his pay grade. I am trying to think. There has been several surprises recently, like Matt Cardona, for example. I didn't know about Cardona's return. WWE has been long criticized for last-minute changes and closely held plans, but all this comments is revealed just how top secret some decisions are behind the scenes in the WWE with the higher brass in World Wrestling Entertainment. Even for senior figures like himself, do you think that WWE spy-level secrecy makes the product more exciting, or should they be more transparent with the roster? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions on that, because here on Sean View, we give it to all of you, the value, the intrigue. Now, ladies and gentlemen, get into the massive rumor about the Royal Rumble. Well, Sean, why would they cancel the Royal Rumble? Why would they remove it? Why would they call it off? How could that happen? Why would that happen? Well, it could be moved. It could be postponed. There could be another date, because they are building up the Royal Rumble Arena, the Royal Rumble Stadium in Saudi Arabia. They are building a place just special for the Royal Rumble, and there's fear that it may not be built in time, or there could be issues. There could be other problems going down. Again, a lot of rumor, gossip, and speculation as concerns the Royal Rumble. Now, there is a lot of rumor and talk. There's a lot of chatter, a lot of whispers about the Royal Rumble and the agenda. And will it move back to the United States? Will it move from a stadium to an arena? Again, there's all this speculation. There is all this gossip online concerning the Royal Rumble. Now, we covered the Royal Rumble a little bit earlier today, but again, we bring you updates. This is why I do multiple videos a day. I don't do multiple videos a day just to hear myself talk. I do it because there is a lot to talk about. There's a lot to bring up. There's a lot of changes, there's a lot of development. There's a lot of subject to changes in the WWE. Make no mistake about that. Also, here on the show, absent NXT star is set for TV return after months away. Ladies and gentlemen, the returning star appears to be Jaded Parker, who hasn't been seen on WWE since October, where she competed in a number one contenders battle royal on NXT. Well, that is all about to change, as Parker is set to return to NXT television soon. No additional details were provided, but the update puts to rest months of speculation about her status. Now, again, back to the Royal Rumble real quick, real fast, because this is very important, okay? If the WWE has to move the date, if the WWE has to secure another day, what should be the day? What should be the month? When would or when should the Royal Rumble air? And will it be moved to an arena? Will it go to another stadium, or will it stay just where it is? And will Saudi Arabia get things together just in the nick of time? Because we're just about 2 weeks away from the Royal Rumble, and it is the official start to the road to WrestleMania. Just like it's wild card week for the NFL, all eyes are going to be on the WWE from now all the way up until WrestleMania, the showcase of immortals. Also, we are receiving word at this time that oh, wait a minute. Drew McIntyre, okay, breaking news on the World's Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk, and the new undisputed WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre appears to take a shot at CM Punk with no t-shirt needed post. Oh boy, are we going to... Now, again, I'm also receiving word, again, there's a lot of shuffling. There's a lot of changes, a lot of developments. I'm also receiving word that we could see a Champion of Champions match at the Elimination Chamber. It would be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk, in one corner versus the undisputed WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre. Champion versus champion at the Elimination Chamber. And boy, would that be of combustible elements. Because we all know the history between those. Also, we're hearing rumors and gossip down the line. Kind of like the two-man power trip, just like you never thought you would see Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H on the same team at the same time. We got that in 2001. Are we going to get that with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre on the same team at the same time, knowing their hatred, their bad blood? Would they be able to come together like Stone Cold Steve Austin in the game Triple H did all those years ago during the Attitude Era? But we got breaking news on WrestleMania 42. WWE has penciled in WrestleMania 42 main event plans. WWE might have been keeping things fluid on the road to WrestleMania 42 this year, but as of now, the top of the card is locked in, according to a January 11th update from Bodyslam.net. Despite Drew McIntyre defeating Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE title on SmackDown on Friday night, the January 9th episode, the company now has firm plans in place for WrestleMania's biggest matches. The report notes that the majority of the top matches are officially penciled in. Okay, barring any injuries or last-minute changes, and if that sounds familiar, it's because WWE's direction was already laid out months ago. Now, we got to look at this way. With Drew McIntyre now holding the undisputed WWE title after dethroning Cody Rhodes in a 3 stages of Hell match, the big question is how WWE gets back to Cody versus Roman Reigns, and whether McIntyre stays champion all the way to WrestleMania or becomes a transitional roadblock in Cody Rhodes' redemption arc. Either way, the creative fog is starting to lift, and Las Vegas is shaping up to host a massive WrestleMania. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions as we unravel all the details in real time for each and every one of you. Because we have a plethora. We talked about a lot of things. We brought up a lot of dynamics, a lot of emotions, a lot of different things going into this very report here on Show and View Entertainment. But now we are receiving word about another star done with the company, as it would appear as if we now go to TNA. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Doyle made his AEW debut on Dynamite. Doyle allowed himself with the Don Callis family, collecting the bounty that was recently put on Jet Speed, but he's not the only one done with the company. According to Fightful Sean Ross Sapp, Killer Kelly's TNA contract has expired, and she has officially departed the company. You got to wonder, will these two entities, will these two wrestlers, will these two names end up in the WWE? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that, because this is where we're at. This is Show and View, and this is what I do for you guys day in and day out to provide you with the most exclusive, the most elusive. I am the highlight of the night that keeps the show going. Also, Carlos Silva from TNA explains how TNA's WWE relationship changed the company's trajectory, and they certainly did do that. Also, we are receiving word right now from all these CW originals. Perry Saturn says drug benders with Raven got so extreme they should have died. The two of them should be dead. Tony Khan says that Will Ospreay will return to AEW in 2026, but admits there is no timeline yet. Jim Ross doesn't believe that Chris Jericho will work TNA, despite rumors and gossip that Chris Jericho wants to go to TNA. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, there is major concern about Jacob Fatu concerning the SmackDown finish, raising concern over Jacob Fatu's return direction. your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions, because without you, there is no show on view. We got a lot more to come, a lot more videos, a lot more updates, but we keep you in the middle of it all because the fix is in on the brash and the brazen. Plenty more to come. Subscribe.